Hi guys, Brenda Hillard here with Create with Brenda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Deerwood, Minnesota. And today I am going to talk to you again about the Designer Series paper sale, the Stock Up and Save. You're probably tired of me starting my videos like that, but I just can't stop telling you what a great deal this is, and I hope that you'll take advantage of it. So let me bring that out here. I'll get my stuff together, and we're going to turn down to my work surface. I have a really fun card for you. It's a masculine, more of a masculine, I'd say, birthday card. So I hope you'll stay tuned. Here we go. All right, here's the card we're going to be making today, and it features the Whiskey Business stamp set, which is in our annual catalog. It's a really fun set. I like it because right now in Minnesota we have snow on the ground. The cold weather is here. I'm hoping we get a little break from it. But anyway, my husband and I love old fashions, and he makes the best. So this is like one of my favorite sets, and it's worked out really well for male or masculine themed cards for me. So with that being said, you can see I've used the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper, which here it is. You've seen it on a lot of my videos lately, but the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper is part of the Stock Up and Save, meaning you get 15% off. You guys, this is a great deal. This little pack of paper comes with 48 6x6 sheets, and it's on sale for $9.78. What? How can you go wrong, right? So here's wrong rate. That didn't sound good, but you know what I meant. So anyway, let's get started with the card that I put together using this adorable plaid paper. So what I have here is, let me just push this up. I have a piece of Whisper White, the thick cardstock. It measures 4 1/4 by 11, and I have it scored at 5 1/2. So I'm just going to fold, match up my corners, and then I'm going to bring in my bone folder and just give that a good crisp crease. Okay, I'm going to set it aside. I have a piece of the Plaid Tidings, and I've cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of Mango Melody. The Mango Melody measures 2 3/4 by 4. I have a piece of Early Espresso, and this measures 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 square. I just cut it plain, and as I was telling you that, I thought, well, maybe I could have used one of my stitched square dies, but anyway, I just have the plain piece. I have a square that I cut again of the Whisper White thick cardstock, and this measures 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Don't worry about the measurements. I will post them down below in the description. Also, this is a great time to, if you've watched my channel before, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button down below, and then you will receive notifications of all of my upcoming episodes. So anyway, welcome everybody, and I'm glad you're here. So this little white piece, as I said, measures 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Then I have just a piece of scrap Whisper White, and I did use the thick for this, and the reason I did is because I'm going to be cutting out, and when I have the thick cardstock, my cutouts are a little bit more firm, and they sit really nice on my cards. So all right, so here's what you're going to stamp. Using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, I'm going to ink up my I don't know what you call it. I call it like a brandy carafe. I'm going to stamp that here. And you guys know that I always do that count to 5 so that I get a good impression with my ink. All right. Then I'm going to bring in the glass with the ice cubes from the set. And I'm going to stamp 3 of those. So one carafe, 3 glasses, okay? Now, I don't know if you are familiar with Stampin' Blends, but if you aren't, you should get familiar because they're awesome. And the colors I'm going to be using today is which one is this? They come in color combos. I'm only using the light Pool Party, and this is going to help my glass on the decanter and that's what it is. It's a decanter, not a carafe. And then the glasses. And then I have, so here's how the combos are. I have light Mango Melody and dark Mango Melody. And I'll show you here in just a minute how those work. I'm giving this just a little time to dry. And the reason I do that is because if you don't, sometimes the alcohol has a tendency to pull the ink, so I like to just give it a minute to dry. And then I, of course, also have our great Wink of Stella brush. And that's just going to add a little sparkle to our liquid on the decanter and the glasses. All right, let's start with the light Pool Party. And I'll bring this down just a little bit so that you can see better the coloring. And I'm right-handed, so I always have to turn my paper. But as all I did with this was just kind of outline the edge here, and then you can see the shaded pieces from the stamp. I just highlighted those with the blend. Now, you are going to want to have something underneath, but because I am using the thick cardstock, it's not bleeding through as much. But if you were to use just the regular Whisper White cardstock, it would be bleeding through, and it's supposed to. That's the beauty of the blending here with these alcohol markers. Sorry about the squeak, but that is what they do also. All right, so I'm going to come right down the side of the decanter, and you can see that it's got kind of a thick glass bottom, so I just quickly colored that in along with the side here. Okay, the glasses, I did this whole top lip piece, and then I did the same thing. I just shaded along the marks that are on there. I colored the ice cube that's sticking up out of the whiskey, or brandy. I prefer brandy with mine. Now I want one of these after talking about it, but might be a little early in the day to start with those. All right. All right. Oops, one more. Almost forgot it. All right, and then to get that whiskey or that brandy look, I just brought in the light Mango Melody, and I forgot to mention these do have a bullet tip and a paintbrush edge. I am going to start out with the bullet tip, and I'm just going to highlight again, and you can see how fast you do this. That's really how I do it. I'm not just doing it for the sake of keeping my video to my, I usually like to keep my videos right at that 15-minute mark to respect your viewing time and save with uploads. So there you see on the glasses, I'm just coloring that surface line of the where the whiskey or the brandy would go, and then highlight it. You guys, I don't know why I keep forgetting to color this third glass, but I do. And it's all I missed on that one was the ice cubes. So I'm just going to bring this back in and color that. Okay. All right. Now with the paintbrush end of the Mango Melody, I'm going to color in the rest of the liquid in the decanter. And I already did the glasses, so we're good there. All right. Then I take the Wink of Stella and just give the liquid a little glitter. All right. So again, for the sake of time on the video, I have already fussy cut these. There are not dies, but these are really easy to cut out. So don't be deterred from cutting them. And remember, when you fussy cut, you move the paper and not your scissors. So let's assemble here. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Seal, and I'll go back out now that we're, whoops, sorry. Dramamine. All right. I'm just going to add some Stampin' Seal to my piece of Designer Series paper. I'm going to center that on my card front. Our new Stampin' Seal has great sticking power. There's that. Then before I put this on, to make sure that I stamp well before fixing it to the front, I'm going to bring in my Early Espresso ink pad, and I'm going to use the Sending You an Old-Fashioned Hug, or an old-fashioned birthday card. A hug would be good too, wouldn't it? I don't feel like we're getting enough hugs these days. All right, I'm going to stamp, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ta-da! Nice, right? All right, I'm just going to set this aside for now because we'll need it for the inside sentiment. Bringing in my Early Espresso, I'm going to give that a little bit of seal. And I'm going to center that here. I shouldn't say center it, but you know, just make sure that your border is good. Bring in my little Whisper White square, and I'm going to add that in the center there. And then I can take and put seal on the back of this. And put that right on my card here. Now we get to bring in our dimensionals. I'm going to start with the whiskey or brandy decanter. And I don't want to put anything right through here quite yet. I'm going to bring in this gold braid from the annual catalog, and as all I'm going to do is just tie a knot. And this braid has a tendency to unravel, but I like it because it kind of looks like a it reminds me of a tassel almost, which I think, if I remember right, like these decanters that I've seen do have tassels. So then I'm just going to trim, and then if I pull on this one with my fingernails, it frays there too. Okay, so now I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to put my bottle right there. Those will settle down here in just a minute. It's kind of staticky here in my stamping studio right at the moment. I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on here, but I'm not going to glue it down yet because I fussy cut out this orange peel, and I actually cut through so that it will slip onto the glass like so. So now if I take and just use a little bit of our multi-purpose glue, I can just put a little bit of glue right there on the curve, and adhere it to the glass. Sorry to quit talking. I was really concentrating hard. All right, and I'm just going to stick this down a little bit of an angle, and I think I'm going to move it up just a touch because I don't want it to get lost in the bottom of the decanter. Okay, so there's the front of our card. Then on the inside, I'm going to take the stamp from the set that says "Cheers to You," and I'm just going to add that to my acrylic block. And you guys, you can see I didn't clean my stamp, so I should have, because now I don't want to get ink all over, but we'll see. Cheers to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oops, I got a little blur, but that's okay. We'll put a sparkle on there. All right, so for the glasses on the inside, I added dimensionals to one and just some seal to the other. So I'm going to put this one down in like a toasting fashion, and then the one with the dimensionals. We'll just kind of give it a little up on top. All right, how fun is that? But you do know, right, that there are no naked envelopes. So I took a little strip of the DSP that was left from my 6x6 and just added that to the bottom of the envelope. All ready to go. This is my brother-in-law Mike's birthday card for this month, and I know he's gonna love it. I hope you do too. Please leave me comments, and I will include the supply list and the measurements in the description below, along with the link to my online store. Be sure to cash in on the Stock Up and Save DSP, and also go to my website, createwithbrenda.com, and look at my monthly host code specials. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.